now from Studio B at Scotch Plains Fenwood High School, Morgan Finkel and Ada Roshansky.
Hi, and welcome to this update of Raider News. I'm Morgan Finkel.
And I'm Ada Roshansky. Promoting animal welfare and safety, also known as Paws, is a new club established here at Spiffy High. Still looking for a few more members, the club is directed toward animal care. The club will be working together with the Summit Animal Shelter, where they will volunteer and donate most of their time and money. Paws is looking to find proper homes for abandoned and stray animals. Presidents Shirley Kim and Eileen Drum are hoping for the best turnout. And after hosting the club's first meeting last Thursday, advisor Mrs. Froome is excited for this year's first turnout. Let's go on location with some members for more information.
Hi, I'm Erica Cook on location for Raider News, and I'm standing here with the two founders of Paws. So would you like to tell me a little bit about how this club got started?
Sure. So last summer, Shirley and I thought of the idea of having a club that's more focused towards helping animals and promoting like their welfare and trying to find support and finding them homes. And we just want to help the organization. We're working with an organization in Summit right now, the Summit Animal Rescue Association, and we want to help donate money and time.
And what are you planning on doing to help raise money to support the animals?
Like fundraising, stuff like that.
We're still in the planning stages right now. We just had our first meeting, and we were trying to see what kind of turnout we'd have because we weren't sure if people were going to be really interested or not. But we're thinking of maybe bake sales after school when we're allowed to do that stuff, and different maybe a car wash. We're not really positive yet.
All right, thank you. Now back to the studio.
Last week, SGA had a very unique fundraiser in order to raise money for homecoming. During lunch, the Hanson song "Umbop" was played over and over again as officers walked around with donation cans with the slogan, "Stop the Bop," telling students that the torturous music would not stop until $1,000 was raised. Let's check in with an SGA officer to see how close they came to their goal.
Hi, this is Shannon Wildstein on location for 34 News with two SGA officers, Colin Campbell and Dana Hankin. So, Colin, what was Stop the Bop all about?
Basically, we played Hanson Umbop for the whole lunch period straight in order to raise money for homecoming, and the only way we would turn it off is if we raised a certain amount of money. We didn't reach that goal, so it stayed on the whole time, but we still raised a good amount of money.
Dana, whose idea was this?
Well, it was our advisor, Miss Kay's idea. She knows someone from another school district who actually did this, and it worked out really well, so we figured we'd give it a try.
How did people cooperate with this?
The first couple days, it went pretty well. People thought it was kind of funny, so they just kind of donated money anyway. And then towards the end, people started getting pretty annoyed with it and stopped donating money. But it was a good thing that we moved it from the cafeteria to the NPR.
And how much money did you raise in total?
We raised about $500 or a little more than that, but I think we did a good job on it.
That's good. This has been Shannon Wildstein on location for 34 News.
Scotch Plains Fanwood's annual musical is underway with its production this year. The feature play will be Once Upon a Mattress. Although show dates have not yet been announced, the play is slowly starting up. Still in need for a student director, the production team is in a scramble. In order to qualify for the position, one must be in the chorus, show choir, or some sort of the past plays for a continuous of 2 years. They will share all the responsibilities of an actual director with the production team. Raider News wishes the best of luck towards the musical's success.
Club SMAC, or Student Movement Against Cancer, has had a slow start this year. The club currently remains without a teacher advisor, and Principal Dr. Hazy is doing his best to find a candidate. With a few possible teachers in the mix, Presidents Jackie Lopez, Scott Salmon, and myself are itching to get things going and start planning for this year's Relay for Life set to take place this coming spring. All interested in joining the club should listen to announcements for the first meeting, which is to take place in the next few weeks.
To all poetry lovers here at Spiffy High, here's your chance to shine. Last week, SPFHS took a trip to New Jersey's annual Poetry Festival, held at Waterloo Village. Among the festivities, many different poets performed on numerous stages, giving their input on poetry. It gave students the chance to expose themselves to different styles of poetry, as well as allowing them to mingle among other young poets. After speaking with some attendees, Raider News managed to find Spiffy High's favorite performer, Saku Sandiata, who had a very interesting spew on his own poetry. Let's go on location with a few more members that attended the Poetry Festival for more information.
Hi, this is Allie Brown on location for 34 News. I'm here with senior Jen Gardella, who recently attended the Dodge Poetry Festival. So Jen, what exactly was this festival all about?
Well, basically, the English department selected a group of students to attend the festival, and it's held in Waterloo Village every 2 years, and all it was just congregation of poets just speaking about poetry and reading their poetry, and it was a good opportunity for us to, learn about poetry some more.
And what was the response from the students overall? Did they find it enjoyable, educational? Like, what did they have to say?
Well, personally, I had a lot of fun with my group of friends that I stayed with. It was really nice. It was a beautiful day, and we all had a common interest about art and poetry, so it was really enjoyable for us.
Okay, that sounds good. And I also heard that you just won some kind of poetry contest. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. It's called the NCTE, which stands for the National Council of Teachers of English, and what it was, the students selected had to submit a packet of an impromptu writing that we did in school one day and a separate submission of about 10 pages of poetry and prose. And it was a national contest, and I just recently found out that I won, and so did Ana Castillo, who's also a senior. And it's just really nice because it's a national contest, and it helps us out for colleges, and it also brings a nice recognition for the school.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
On Friday, September 30th, juniors and seniors learned what it felt like to drive drunk. Sponsored by the local police, seniors got the chance to drive in the Safety Bug, a car created to simulate the 0.1 reaction rate delay that someone has after having only one alcoholic drink. Onlookers laughed as drivers swerved off the course, knocking down cones left and right. They also got the chance to wear drunk goggles and attempt to walk a straight line as well as catch and throw a ball. Juniors participated in a simulated drive with similar difficulty. All students found the event to be both fun as well as educational. Let's watch some footage of the test drives to see how they went.
Going inside?
Push the gas. You gotta start slow. Time to get back in the road. Stay on the right side. Cut tire. Tire fixed. Watch if you're driving in the snow.
Plan not to drive this speed. You're all not going to get to drive it anyway.
Under influence.
I need volunteers to leave, or I'll hand pick you. Thanks for answering.
Now let's go to arts and entertainment with Gabrielle Berman.
Thanks, Morgan. On Sunday, October 1st, Scotch Plains Fanwood High School's very own marching band hosted their first competition of the season. Because of hosting the competition, the marching band was unable to win any awards but happily participated. 3 to 4 schools came out and tried their best against one another. On October 6th, JSA held their first Battle of the Bands for the 2006-2007 school year. Now let's go on location for more information.
Hi, this is Davina Oshansky standing on location for Raider News. I'm here with 2 Battle of the Band members, Ricky Fumo from Melody Blue and Donnie from Dante Loses Weight. So Ricky, who's starting and what time will it be starting?
Doors open at 5:30 and bands start at 6 with awkward silence.
And Donnie, how much does it cost to get in?
Admission is $5.
All right, so Ricky, tell me about your band. Who's in it?
Chris Fortunato, me, and Blake Lyons.
And Donnie, what about you?
Friday, it is me, Steve Rizzo, Max Kachalev, Andrew Ho, and that's it.
And do you know any of the judges?
I think Vince Paleo is judging, and that's all I know.
And what about you, Ricky?
Good friend of mine, Zach Chapman.
Have you talked to him about how he's judging?
Yes, he's very pumped about it.
That's good. This has been Davina Oshansky. Now back to the studio.
This week's top 5 songs are number 5, How to Save a Life by The Fray, number 4, Showstopper by Danity Kane, Number 3, Hurt by Christina Aguilera. Number 2, Lips of an Angel by Hinder. And coming in at number 1 is My Love by Justin Timberlake featuring T.I. Now let's go to Critics Corner with Jesse.
Hi, and welcome to this week's Critics Corner. This week, I'm going to review All the King's Men. To really understand this movie, you kind of have to think back to the Olympics of this past summer. The United States basketball team had Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, 3 of the best players. They were great players on a really crummy team. All the King's Men has Sean Penn, Anthony Hopkins, and Jude Law. They are great players out of their element in a really crummy movie. It's really not worth seeing. I was looking forward to it. I thought it'd be much better. I can't really say all that I want to say about it in this rant, but you can get all my rants, especially this one, uncensored in the Too Hot for Raider News DVDs. You must be 18 or older to call back to the studio.
Now let's go to Weekend Preview with Steph.
I'm Stephanie Santiago, and I'm here with this week's Weekend Preview. The top movies to check out at Blockbuster are The Shaggy Dog, Pink Panthers, and The Benchwarmers. And for those of you that would like to go out and watch a movie, you have to go see Open Season, The Guardian, and Jackass 2. In sports, there is a home game with the Raiders soccer team this Saturday at 2. Now back to the studio.
And now let's go to sports with Pat Minia.
Thanks, Ada. The boys soccer team continues to roll through their season, ending this week with a record of 6-2. The Raiders showed a dominant performance over highly ranked Del Barton at home, prevailing 1-0. But despite an exciting goal by junior captain Mike DeVizio, the team fell to Bridgewater Raritan 2-1 on the road. The talented squad looks to bounce back strong, playing Kearney at home during the week while traveling to Plainfield and New Providence this weekend. The Raider volleyball players continued their impressive season by defeating private school Petty last week, upping their record to 6-3. The ladies are led by senior captains Morgan Finkel, Allie Brown, and Maytal Rosenberg. Coach Stack is optimistic as the team heads to Ridge today for some competition. Now let's go on location for more about the girls.
Hi, I'm Caitlin here on location for Raider News, and I'm here with 2 varsity volleyball players, Nicole and Izzy. So, Izzy, what's your record so far this season?
Now we're 8-3, and we have a game tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be 9-3.
That's good. So, who are some of your key players this year for the team?
Well, we have the 3 captains, Maytal Rosenberg, Morgan Finkel, and Allie Brown, and of course, Izzy Black.
That's cool. So, do you have any important games coming up in the next couple weeks?
We have our next home game is this Friday, and then we have an East Side game, and they have a really good record, so that should be a good game, and that's early next week, so look out for that.
Well, thanks. This has been Caitlin. Back to the studio.
The Raider football team was edged in Irvington 7-6 last week, but showed no signs of slowing down as they came back strong, beating the Plainfield Cardinals 21-7 at home. Junior Kyle Mahansky had a stellar game on offense and defense, returning to his positions as wide receiver and defensive back. Key rushes by Greg Brand have driven the Raiders to a 3-1 start. The team has a bye this weekend and heads to face Linden next week. That's it for sports. Now let's go back to Ada and Morgan.
Thanks, Pat. Now let's go to Car of the Week with the one and only Jonathan Burbank.
Let me see you bounce, bring it left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, get it right. Step and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce, right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, let you show. Oh, hey, roll. I'm clean and neat. Now I'm finished shoulder lean and even. Hey, look, hey, roll.
Hi, this is John Birnbaum, and welcome to this week's Car of the Week. This week, we are stepping into a very elegant form of a car, as we are going to tackle Senior Sam Budis's 2002 Nissan Altima. Check it out. Budis's Altima is sitting on some 16-inch Nissan rims with a Michelin tire, and I gotta say, it puts a little fierceness within the beauty of the car. Pretty much, yeah. Here on the inside of this car, Budis has got very, very comfortable seating. It seems it's very cloth-like. It's a very faux cloth, I would say. It's grayish, blackish. It's very nice. It gives a good detailing into the car. When you look in here, you see a very nice stereo system, CD player, very nice, and she's got controls on the wheels. I gotta say, it's just very high tech and very gorgeous.
Let me see you bounce right and left and let your shoulder. Hey, let your shoulder. Yeah, just let your shoulder. Hey, get it right. Step and let your shoulder. Hey, let your shoulder. Hey, just let your shoulder. Hey, let me see you bounce right and left and let your shoulder. Hey, let your
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Yeah, just let your shoulder. Hey, let your shoulder.
No more, 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 no more.
Hey, first I let my wheels spin, then I let my screen fall, then I let my trunk be the green bright motor. Then I pimp a folk, take that cheat the Berlin, my chick break triggers. After that, we take that girlfriend. My girl got a girlfriend. Chevy blue like whirlwind. Man, it's a drought on that boy, so I got that girl in. Pearl bin, cock and hammer, arm and hammer propaganda. Man, they think I'm pimping and lending and Solomon.
This has been John Birnbaum along with
Sam Beauteous.
with this week's Car of the Week. Now, let's hit it back up to the anchors in the studio.
Now let's see what kind of weather's rolling in this weekend with meteorologist Mike.
Hi, this is meteorologist Mike with your weekend weather. Tonight it'll get as cold as 46 degrees with a few showers. On Saturday, temperatures will range from 43 to 64 degrees, mostly cloudy. And on Sunday, temperatures will range from 48 to 72 degrees, mostly sunny. This has been meteorologist Mike with your weekend weather. Now let's go back to the studio.
That wraps it up for this week's updated edition of Raider News. I'm Morgan Finkel.
And I'm Maynard Roshansky. Make sure to tune in next week for 6/7's update.